Hi, Kath. Um, how can I help you today?
Well, I have this behavior that I would like to change. Um, and that is, excuse me, and that is at night, I lie in bed with my iPad and I spend about an hour and a half watching YouTube videos, just hopping around, and then I don't get up as early as I would like as a result of that. So I would like to do something different in the evening instead of being on my iPad with YouTube videos for an hour and a half. That's a behavior I would like to change.
Hmm. Um, yeah, so you would can you talk more about, thanks for sharing that. Can you talk more about uh the like what makes you want to change that behavior? Can you talk a
Well,
little
it
bit
feels
more
like a
about
little bit of a waste of time. It is like a precious time for me that I'm alone and it's quiet and I like that. But it does feel like a waste of time. Um, e- uh, and I feel like I would like to make use of my time in a better manner. And then maybe go to sleep earlier too, because I think all that blue light while I'm in bed, it keeps my brain going. So,
yeah, so you'd like to make better use. It sounds like you'd want to make better use of your time and you feel like that'd be better for your health to fall asleep a little earlier and less exposure to blue light. So,
yeah, and
yes,
then
there's
maybe
a
I could
couple
get up,
reasons.
excuse me. Yeah, then maybe I could get up earlier too, and then,
Uh-huh.
make better use of my time during the day. Because I always end up feeling like, oh my gosh, there's not enough time in the day. But that's because I don't really get going until like 10 o'clock in the morning. So,
Mm,
and I know
yeah.
I'm retired but yeah, anyway.
Uh-huh. Uh, yeah, it sounds like there's some things that you'd like to make better use of your time that you
Yeah,
have.
yeah,
Yeah. Even though you may have some free time, but it wondering if it would feel better to use your time differently.
yes. Like maybe spending a little time sketching instead of laying in bed with the iPad. Um,
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah. So, yeah, and it sounds like you have some things that you have in mind that you would like to do with your time.
yes,
Yeah. So you have a couple of reasons why you want to go to sleep a little earlier.
yeah.
Yeah, some activities you'd like to get to. Um, uh, what what do you feel is getting in your way of making that change?
Um, well, I feel like I do want to go to bed with my partner, whom goes to bed earlier than I do typically and goes to sleep earlier, but I like spending that time in the evening in bed with them. But then they go to sleep, and that's when I go to YouTube and watch stuff. Sometimes it's like, yes, yeah, sometimes it's like two hours. I try to cut myself off at 11, but it would be great if I could go to sleep at 10. So I guess for some reason I don't know why I don't like just get up out of bed and go out into another part of the house and do something different.
Mm. Oh, like do one of the activities that you're talking about.
Right, right,
Yeah, like sketching or something like that.
right.
Uh, but it sounds like it's mixed. Like you want to stay with your partner and have that time with them and you also uh yeah, and you also want to be able to watch stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, that's kind of like a zoning out. It's like
Uh,
I'm not really educating myself. I'm not,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I'm not expanding my my brain in any way. It's just yeah, it's like yeah, I don't think it's good for my brain. I could say
Mm-hmm.
it's I kind of enjoy it in a way, but the zoning out part, it feels almost like what does it feel like? It feels like sort of like a drug, you know?
Mm.
I don't have to think. I don't, but then when I'm done doom scrolling and I close my eyes to sleep, oftentimes my brain goes. So,
Mm.
so I
Mm-hmm.
just all that happens is I really delay that evening, you know, brain activity. It doesn't stop. I mean, it stops it for that period of time while I'm watching YouTube, but then yeah.
Uh-huh. Why do you feel like you're making this, but we want to make this change right now? What's
Um, well, it's summer
what's
and
your
I like,
motive?
yeah, it's summer and I'm a lot more, I'm busier in the summer months, the spring, summer, and fall, with a lot of activities, recreational activities, and then also home maintenance and gardening. And then I also would like to, you know, squeeze in these things that I'm very passionate about, which is art. So
Hmm. So there's more things that you want to get to that they're sort of piling up on your plate,
yeah,
and you're not able to get to them because you have this tendency
right.
to stay up for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I feel bad because I haven't gotten to the things that are waiting for me. And so it just sort of, it kind of a domino effect.
Hmm. What does it feel like when you're quote unquote doom scrolling? But or nothing, or does it feel like anything? Or what, like when you think of it, like what feelings come to mind?
Well, it's a little bit, I don't, it's not quite euphoric, but there is sort of like that dopamine release. That's what it is. It's like a dopamine release. It's like psh, psh.
Mm.
And so that's, you know, I like that. That's the feeling.
Yeah, so you get some pleasure from it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not the only thing in life that I get a pleasure from. So I'm wondering if I really need it. You know, like maybe I could
Yeah.
get pleasure some other way.
So you're questioning the usefulness in your of that in your life anymore, that behavior.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
it's not that useful. That's good.
uh-huh.
Well put, usefulness. It's not really.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Um, so have you tried to change this behavior before?
Well, I'll try listening to a book at night, but that's relaxing. But and I've also tried sketching with the iPad. It's really hard to do in bed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's not yeah. So but that's it. Those are the only two things that I've tried and um they haven't really they haven't initiated the type of change in this behavior that I would like.
Yeah. You sound I sense a little frustration
Yes,
with your attempts to change it.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, frustration with myself because each night I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do that, and then I do that. It's sort of like that drug, sort of like, you know, sort of like an alcoholic. Like I'm not going to take the drink, and then ah, it's there in front of me and
Mm-hmm.
resist.
On a scale from 1 to 10, like 10 being super motivated to change this behavior, and one being, or actually, yeah, one being not motivated at all. Uh, how would you rate your desire to change this behavior?
About a seven, maybe. Yeah.
That's pretty high.
Oh, good. Oh,
And that mean that sounds pretty high.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, and how would you rank your confidence in your ability, same scale, to change this behavior?
Okay, not as high.
Mm,
Right
hmm.
now, yeah, I think I don't have a plan, and I think if I had a concrete plan with sort of like the apple at the end of the plan, like what is it that I'm going to do instead? It's something that I really enjoy. Then that would help me initiate this change. So I
Uh-huh.
guess my ability to change it depends on the plan. My yeah. So without a
Okay.
plan, it's like a three. With a
Mm,
good concrete plan, probably about an eight. So
okay.
that's yeah.
That sounds like quite a bit of a difference.
Yep.
And yeah, with the plan, adding the plan. Yeah. So would you like to start working on a plan? Does that sound like a good idea?
Yeah.
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 Okay. So what would be with your first what would feel like the a good first step in the plan? What would
I think
feel supportive?
uh what's the good first step? I think I need to like break down the steps, like tiny steps, like when my partner goes into bed and I normally would go in and, brush my teeth, do the whole nighttime routine, get in bed, and then maybe spend a little time in bed. And those are like all the steps. And then the next phase would be, okay, how do I get myself out of bed? And maybe before I do that, there's that end goal of like, what activity am I going to be doing instead of laying in bed doom, right? Like I think I work sort of backwards than my brain does. Like, okay, this is the activity that I'm wanting to do. What steps do I need to take, going back to the
Mm-hmm.
getting out of bed part.
Mm-hmm. So
Because it's
you
really
feel
comfortable too in bed.
yeah. And you have that feeling that's associated with doing that, which is euphoria, which is pretty strong. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that it sounds like your voice even changed when you described that.
Oh,
Uh yeah,
okay.
it sounds like a really good feeling. Like you have good
Yeah.
associations with lying in bed and doom scrolling. So for you, changing this your behavior would involve getting up out of bed and then doing one of the activities that you really are interested in doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something personal and enjoyable. Like I said, like sketching, like
Uh-huh.
if I have a specific sketch project that I want to start or work on or something, or yeah.
Uh-huh. Huh. What usually helps you do those things like during during your regular life, like during your regular day? Like what motivates you to do different activities?
Well, enjoyable activities or just because I feel like I have a lot of responsibilities
Mm-hmm.
during the day and to set aside time. Okay, so I'm going to talk specifically about art and my painting or drawing. And it's a challenge for me to set aside that time to do that, even if it's only like 30 minutes, because I feel like I have all these responsibilities that need to be taken care of first. Sort of like I
Mm-hmm.
have to clean my room before I can go out to play, which that's how I was taught as a child. And so now I've carried that into retirement,
Mm-hmm.
sadly.
Mm. It, uh, do you like that rule? Or what, how does that fit for you? That,
I would like to see more of a balance because I don't want to just like do all the play first and then have the
mm-hmm,
responsibilities because then I'll never do the responsibilities because
mm-hmm,
I'll be having too much fun for the play and you know. So I would like to see more of a balance in there.
okay. And do you feel like you could, because it sounds like uh, at nighttime, that's your downtime. Is
That's my
that, would that
downtime.
be
And I'm
right?
like, yeah, I don't have any responsibilities in this moment. All
Mm-hmm.
I can do is lie here, watch these stupid videos, and get the dopamine hits.
Yeah. And but you want to do, you want to, what we're talking about is like that's a way you've always found spent your downtime, but we're talking about changing the way you're spending your downtime and doing activities that mean more to you, that are more meaningful to you, that
Yes.
have more meaning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Um, so but you have like, so what I was curious about is it you have like a list during the day of stuff you got to do, like activities, pleasurable, not pleasurable, like you have sort of an idea of what you want to do.
Yes. And the list of not pleasurable activities in my head is always longer than the
Mm,
pleasurable activities. And I
yeah.
mean, like I know everybody, well, not everybody, but people go to work, and that's oftentimes not necessarily an enjoyable responsibility. But,
Hmm.
but so I don't know what I'm saying. Okay. Anyway,
Um, well, yeah, you're just talking about the stuff you do during the day and like you have pleasurable and unpleasurable um and focusing on getting more like doing more quality pleasure things at night. Does that
yes, yes,
yeah, does
yes.
that resonate? Um so so but what I was curious about is if having that sort of structure of the stuff you want to do, whether it be unpleasurable or pleasurable, does that seem to help
Oh,
you
yeah.
like yeah. So I'm wondering like what if you did that at night? Like had like uh and like had some activities you wanted to do like have like do have you tried that like
No,
or do you just sort of leave it like oh, I'll just get up and I'll do whatever inspires me what it uh
you mean during the day, get up
no
and
like if
or at
you
night?
like yeah at nighttime like if I'm wondering if like
It would be good to
having
have a plan, like, yeah, make a mental list.
yeah
Like, um, I'm going to, uh, well, again, sketching, because that's my most enjoyable thing. Whatever, and have a specific thing that I'm going to work on
mm.
or, do activity, like a specific um, picture or painting. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great idea. And would that, do you think that would help you get out of bed if you had, excuse me, a
Yeah.
specific, like something sort of like that's your little carrot to help you
Yeah.
get out of
And
bed?
actually, it would be even greater motivation if I had it like set up and sitting there
Mm,
waiting for me, like my sketch pad is out, my drawing utensils are there, and you know,
mm-hmm.
yeah. And I have my
Oh,
playlist picked out, and you know,
huh.
yeah. Because I
Yeah,
like
see,
a playlist. Playlist is important.
uh, uh-huh.
If the music isn't right, then I can't draw. I got to change it.
Yeah. So that's something added that can help you if you have
Mhm.
all that set up, like a good playlist and you have all your materials set up and you have in mind like the work, the painting or the sketch that you want to work on, that's
Yeah.
like has holds an even greater pull
Yes.
for you to get out of bed and to
Yeah.
yeah. Um just going backing up a little bit. So you talked about wanting to go to bed earlier and as well. Like that was
But
another, that
go to
was, it was
sleep.
a two, yeah, go to sleep a
Yeah,
little
go to sleep
earlier.
early. Yeah.
So that, how would that work in? Like, do you think this would still help you? Because I'm imagining you doing this really pleasurable thing, and I'm wondering if this would, if it would, if that would be an obstacle to going to bed earlier.
I see. Yeah. I could easily get lost in my pleasurable activity and
Yeah,
suddenly,
because you had a twofold, you had
yeah,
twofold goal, like going to bed earlier and also not doom scrolling.
right. So I think that probably if I set an alarm, a nighttime alarm, you know, like, okay, I have to stop drawing at this hour.
Hmm,
And then, yeah,
that's a great idea.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Yeah. Um, I'm just want to check in with you. So after having like setting up a couple, like we just talked about a couple different plans for your nighttime, how does that feel? Like having talked about setting up your art space, getting your playlist ready, making get the lighting correct, right, and having an idea about what you want to sketch, as well as like setting your alarm, and then for like making a time, giving yourself a time limit. How does, after having made those plans, how does it feel now for this change?
It
How
feels
confident
possible.
do you feel?
Well, I feel more confident. Yes, I do feel more confident. And actually, it sounds exciting. It kind
Mm-hmm.
of, yeah, it feels a little exciting to consider that, yeah, to plan for that. Yeah.
Uh-huh. That's great that it feels exciting, because that may help you do this. Do you think that excitement will help you, put this in motion?
Yes. I think also it would be good to have a conversation with my partner and let them know what my goals are and what, uh, just so that my partner doesn't think that I'm abandoning them, uh, uh, you know, that I'm leaving the bedroom for some other reason, that other than I want to go do something pleasurable for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So thinking about
And so that would,
reassuring your partner.
yeah, and maybe just ask them for some support,
Uh-huh.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the
Yeah.
only other thing that would keep me from doing that.
Uh-huh. So get him some support from your partner would also be really helpful. Getting him some outside support for doing
Yeah,
this, for
yeah,
changing your behavior would be some really important to you. That sounds really important to you too.
yeah.
So uh so like rating yourself from zero, or not zero, 1 to 10 again, about your confidence um in changing this behavior now that you have a couple of plans. Um what rating would you give yourself?
Well, I definitely 8, 7.5 to 8. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a lot better
Yeah.
than without the plan.
So I'm already thinking,
Which-
oh, I have to clear off the space, because my art space is a little messy. I noticed today I've gotten a little bit behind on cleaning the area, but yeah.
Uh-huh. Um, uh, well, I think that's great. I think this is a really good start to changing this behavior. Uh, yeah, and is there anything else that you would like to sort of flesh out? Is there anything else that's like sort of uh hanging on that you'd like to talk about, that may interfere with you changing this behavior? Can you think of anything else that may get in your way?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think that's those are the biggies. Yeah. So,
Okay. Well, great. Thanks a lot for talking to me today, Kath. And I wish you well in changing this behavior. And yes, thank you so much for doing this.
oh, you're welcome.
All right.
Thank you, Kara, for the guidance.
Yeah.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Oh, wait. Stop recording.